Hey guys, what's up? Paul here, back with another vlog. Oh, oh man, today has been a day, let me tell you. I've always said that I'm going to be real with you guys, and I can tell you adamantly right now, at this moment, this is the last fucking thing that I want to be doing. Why? So, we're going to talk about what it's like to be an entrepreneur running a massive business and dealing with people's shit. So, guys, the thing that bothers me about social media today is oh shoot, is the fact that this idea of owning a business and being a baller and hustle and grind and blah 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 is just so purported um on social media. Like it's this glamorous lifestyle and cars and jewelry and women and private planes, and there's not a lot of guys talking about how much fucking work it takes to run a successful business. There's not a lot of guys talking about the struggles, the late nights, the lack of sleep, dealing like I said, dealing with people's bullshit. And today was one of those days for me. And so, I just got home from the office. I got to get my family, ready for dinner. I'm going out of town for a conference in a couple days. I got to do that. I got to do all these things, right? And man, I just don't want to do my workout tonight. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do those things that I've committed to doing. And in a previous blog we talked about holding yourself accountable to your word. And I promise you I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to get my walk in. I'm going to get the stuff done that I need to get done. But being an entrepreneur is fucking brutal. And it's not to be or to cast a negative shadow on owning a business. Like, there are some definite pluses and perks. And I'm not saying that it's all bad. But in order to run a successful business, like if you're making, seven figures plus, like it's going to take you to a place where you just, you know, I mean, it's going to continuously take you to places all the time where like sometimes you're going to question, like, what are you doing this for? Like, am I built for this? Is the business going to fail? Like, these are all things that go through entrepreneurs' minds all the time. It goes through mine, and I think the thing that pisses me off the most about myself being an entrepreneur is, guys, I worked for the fire department for 14 years. I used to run into burning buildings when people are running out. I used to rappel off mountains. I used to jump in frozen rivers and lakes. I used to risk my life for people that I never fucking met or will ever see again. Yet, that amount of stress to do that doesn't compare what it's like to running a business. Of course, that stuff's dangerous. Of course, those things are stressful. But I got to tell you, 14 years I did that. And I've been an entrepreneur for 8 years. And I think I've had more sleepless nights. I think that I've had, more days of being completely stressed to the max. Like, I should show it, like I'm wearing the Aura ring, right? That's why I love the Aura ring because, I feel the physiological stress immediately, like I did today. And like, are these, business ending things? Are these, end of the world type things? No. But they affected me this way. And I think that's one of the things that bothers me the most is, doing all that stuff, being a firefighter. I'm still, if you're a business owner, you're a firefighter. That's all you do is put out fires. 99% of the time. And then that 1% of the time, you're like, oh, okay, this is working. Maybe I do know what I'm doing. Oh, look at this excess cash flow this month or whatever it is. And then quickly you go back to, the struggles of what it means to be an entrepreneur. And so, just to give you guys some insight. So yeah, let's see. Right now it says I've been stressed for an hour and 15 minutes, which is probably about normal. The day's not done, but so you guys see that. Yeah, so you can see the stressed engaged on my aura there. So um but basically what happened, I was having a good day at the office today. We had a great corporate training. Got me thinking about some things. I was in the office before everybody else, which is very, very common, just knocking stuff out that I haven't been able to get to. So I was feeling good, and then just fire, 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 fire. And it's like it just, it hits you different. And so, I guess my message for today is, if you're a business owner, keep going. If you're an employee and you think that you could do the job better of the business owner, I'd have you question if you really could, because that's also been my experience. We've had bad employees tell us, "Oh, we could run this business better," which is actually fucking hilarious because what I've found in 8 years are the employees that struggle to adopt the culture, to do the work, to stay accountable. Those are always the employees that I could run this place better. I've been in the field for 8 months. I could do this better. I mean, 10x. You guys have been doing this longer, but I could do this better. It's like, no, you can't. Why? Because you have zero skin in the game. You have $0 in the game. You haven't had to invest more money than you've ever made or had in your savings to keep the place functioning. You haven't had to stay up at night worrying about payroll and feeding everybody else on the team before you feed yourself. You haven't had to forego paychecks while you have a family to make sure that everybody else on your team gets paid first. You haven't had to have the tough conversations with your spouse or with other team members or whatever. And guys, I was with you. Like when I was going through the journey of leaving the fire department, I was in that space too. I was like, man, these guys just don't know what they're doing. And the truth is, in hindsight, now it's like, yeah, maybe in some instances there were things that if I were in leadership, I could have done better. But there's also things that I probably didn't know. It's called conscious incompetence or unconscious incompetence. And that's probably a vlog for a whole different day. But, if you think you can do something better than somebody that has light years ahead of you in experience, like I promise you, you just are incompetent. And maybe you're unconsciously incompetent where you just don't know what you just don't know. And the other thing, the opposite of that, not to sound negative, but the employees that thrive and do well, they're the ones that are holding themselves accountable. They're the ones that see the work of the business owners or the leadership sacrificing. They're the ones that understand what it means if they don't do their job. Like it's an interesting dichotomy, and it's taken about 8 years for us to see this. But um, man, I just wish these guys online would stop fucking making running a business look so glamorous, because they're not showing you the real stuff, guys. And that's always been my thing. I want to show you the rawness truth. Do I post highlights on social media? Hell yeah, I do. But I've also posted very, very dark times in my life on social media. I mean, hell, I have posted the picture of me being overweight and fat and sick more times than I can count. Why? Because it's the truth. That's who I used to be. It's not who I am today. And to tie this all together, we talk about perspective, and everybody believes that their perspective is 100% accurate. So it's like, how do we get out of the mode of thinking our thoughts and feelings are the ones that are correct all the time? And you do that by growing. You do that by being so fucking committed to growth that you're constantly reflecting. Did I make the right decision? Did I say the right thing? Did I do the right thing? How can I be better? How could I be better in this situation? It's like the instances that I had today in our business, I've already started reflecting. I've already started going, okay, how do we avoid this situation in the future? And how do we do it rapidly? What things and systems and processes do we need to put in place to make sure that this does not occur again? And actually, it was part of it's interesting, right? Like God works in mysterious ways, but not really because like I said, we had corporate training today. And one of the things we talked on was, the most successful people in the world, the billionaires, the just the mega rich, the people that are successful, there's literally one thing that they do better than everybody else. And that is they move fast. They make decisions fast. They get back to you fast. They do all these things more rapidly than you can. And our founder was talking about, basically you can lump yourself into three different categories. And some of you are going to hate this. And I don't really care if your feelings get hurt. But he was saying the lazy don't know how to start, right? These are the people that, in business that, well, it doesn't even have to be in business. These are the people that say, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Like they just don't know how to put one foot in front of the other to get started. The next one was losers don't know how to finish, right? So these are the people that can't complete a simple task. They can't see something through to completion. And I would say on some level, we all have this within us. Like, yeah, I've started a home project that I haven't finished yet. Um, but I also think it comes down to how you prioritize your life. And then the successful people, the fucking legends, they don't know how to stop. Did you guys hear that? They don't know how to stop. There's guys that have more money than a majority of people in this world, yet they're still working. And you can tie in politics if you want and start crying online. And, like I had some lady the other day tell me that my character sucks because I went to Conor McGregor's restaurant, 2 years ago and he's in court right now. Like, what a ridiculous comment. But um, you just keep going because the moment you stop or you decide to quit, you failed. And I've been there many times in my life where I was like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. And I've allowed myself the excuses to quit. You know, I've allowed myself to not pursue things that once motivated me. I've allowed myself to give myself the validation that I need to feel better about me quitting. Because truly, you're the example that you seek. You know, you're the example that you seek. If you're a terrible husband, that's what you're seeking. Like you're not acting accordingly to be a better husband, to put in more effort, to allow the results to speak for themselves. There's all sorts of characteristical traits that each of these levels have. Do I embody all those characteristics? Hell no, nobody does. But for me, despite the fires that I put out, despite still being a fireman in my business, I'm not going to stop. I can't stop. I won't stop. Why? Because I'm in pursuit of the ultimate legacy for myself, for my kids, for my future grandkids, their kid. I mean, all the way down the line. That's what I've committed to. Do I want to let my boys see me quit? Absolutely not. What am I showing them by deciding to quit when things get hard? It's a lot of things to consider in this vlog, guys. So, um, I actually feel a little bit better sharing all this and just getting it out again, completely unscripted. I don't even have notes, no outline, no nothing today. Uh, I got to get after it though, despite my feelings. I got to get a workout in. I got to get a walk in. I got to get my family fed. I got to pack for a trip. I got to da 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 da. It's what it is, man. I'm not going to sit here and wallow in this. I'm going to figure out how I can handle this better next time. I'm going to reflect on today. I'm going to make mental notes so that I can show up better. You know, my kids are outside playing right now. My wife's not home yet. I don't want to take it out on them. Even though I feel like raging inside, they don't deserve that. They deserve the best of me. They deserve the example that I want them to see. And we forget that as men sometimes. We forget that, yeah, I could have had a shitty day at the office. My kids didn't contribute to that. Stupid fucking people did. People that aren't accountable, which was yesterday's log. People that don't know how to do their job. So, with that, guys, as always, I'm going to be on the road here in the next couple days. I'm still going to do a daily vlog. It may just look a little different. Not going to have this sweet background. I'll probably just do it from the hotel, but appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll see you tomorrow.